Hello, lovelies. I just got off work, and so I thought I would share a little meditation with you today and a little short, quick tarot reading. Like I said, I just got off work, so I'm very tired, but I want to check in with you guys, at least, for a little bit anyway. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, lovelies, we're going to start. First of all, I want to tell you about this Tension Tamer tea. It is wonderful. It has kind of a minty kind of flavor to it. It has peppermint, cinnamon, ginger, chamomile, lemongrass, licorice, catnip, tilia flowers, lemon flavor, hops. It's got several different things in it, but it is very good for relaxation. And after working for a good long while, I am about ready for some relaxation. So you'll join me with an open heart, an open mind, and a nice cup of tea. We'll get started with this meditation and then a reading. So, come into a comfortable seated position. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Bring your attention to your feet. Imagine your feet are taking root and bringing light up through your body. White light comes up through your body, up your feet, up your legs, your back, over your head, down your chest, your abdomen, back down your legs. Relax your toes, your ankles, your calves. Relax your knees, your thighs, your hips, the small of your back. Relax your belly. Relax your upper back and your chest. Relax your shoulders. You want to rotate your shoulders a little bit. Just a nice little shrug off the day. Relax your arms, your elbows, wrists, and fingers. Relax your throat and the back of your neck. Relax your jaw, your chin. Relax your eyes and the space between your eyebrows. Relax your forehead and your scalp. Imagine this white light is all around you, relaxing you, helping you to ease off the stress of the day. You are calm, you are relaxed, you are centered. I don't know why this light keeps blinking, but we're gonna roll with it. Deep breath in and out. And with this breath, we are setting the intention to open our minds and our hearts to receive the message that the universe wants us to hear. When you're ready, open your eyes. So you see, I have here on the table 3 different piles of cards. Each pile has 3 cards. And on top of each pile, there is a charm. So pick the deck that you are most drawn to. And I'll hold these up for you so you can see. But this right here is a tiny tree. Okay. And the tree can represent family. It can represent roots. And the circle around it is like the joining of families, perhaps. We've also got in pile 2, or deck 2, we have a unicorn. And the unicorn represents possibilities. It reminds me of a poster that a teacher gave me that said, "Let your dreams take flight," and it had a beautiful unicorn. And so that's what it makes me think of. It also represents imagination and creativity. And then here we have this little bitty, tiny elephant. I may have to bring it a little closer so you can see. It's so tiny and so cute. And that is the elephant. And the elephant can represent a lot of different things. For me, it represents strength. It represents, look at this side. And they say when you see an elephant with his trunk upward, like so, it's a sign of good luck. So, as I've said before, elephants always remind me of my grandmother. She loved elephants. So for me, it not only represents strength, but it also represents luck. It represents a lot of things that that my grandmother taught me. She taught me honesty. She taught me to be thorough. She taught me to be compassionate with other people. And so all of that, for me, gets tied into this little charm here. So think about those for a moment. Take a moment. You can pause the video if you want to, but just take a moment and feel the energy of each deck and pick the one that you're drawn to. This is deck 1, deck 2, and deck 3. Okay? So I'm going to move these to the side here, trying not to catch my sweater on fire. These candles, I thought the candles would be a nice, calm touch, calm, soothing touch. Okay, so we have our tree, which can represent family. It can represent putting down roots. It can represent stability. All of that seems to resonate with this reading here. So we have 2 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Swords and Princess of Cups. And the 2 of Pentacles usually has to do with, look at this lady. She's juggling. It shows her kind of juggling. And it shows a storm coming in the background. So if you're dealing with this, and if you've had kind of a crazy week because holidays and everything, going along with the family thing, it might have been a little hectic. You might have had to juggle a few different things, a few different responsibilities, trying to get everything done, make ends meet, and so forth. You may have had to make some decisions that maybe not everybody was in agreement about. And sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But also, you got the 10 of Swords. And while this looks like a pretty gruesome card, it shows this guy who just collapsed with all these swords in his back. You might be feeling like someone's stabbing you in the back. You may feel betrayed. You may feel completely exhausted and that you can't go any further. You may feel like giving up. The Ten of Swords usually tens of anything have to do with completion of a cycle, the end of the road kind of thing. And so you may feel like you've reached the end of the road, but the truth is, as dark as this might be, as dark as this night might be, you still have the daylight coming up. It's always darkest before the dawn. I'm sure you've heard that before. So I think the message here is to hang in there. And yes, you're feeling overwhelmed and you may need to rest for a minute, but don't give up. Keep persevering. Hold that steady ground. Like the Princess of Cups here, she represents serenity and the ability to kind of be in control of your emotions despite whatever's going on around you, and finding that peace within yourself, so that you can handle these little responsibilities and these feelings of being overwhelmed and maybe feeling unsupported. But if you can achieve this even for just a few minutes, then you can handle all of this. And so that's the main message I'm getting there. So let me know in the comments if that resonates with you and if that's applicable to you. All right, let's get on with deck number 2. Put this tree back in the thing there. All right, so this unicorn, creativity, possibilities, imagination, all of these wonderful things are lined up for this reading. So we've got 5 of Wands, 9 of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So with the 5 of Wands, it shows these boys that they're smiling and laughing, so it looks like they might be play fighting. And the thing about 5 of Wands is you want to be aware of what you say and how you say it, and also be aware of your own personal reactions when people say things to you, because even though it might be meant as a joke, it might really hurt somebody's feelings. Or if someone meant something as a joke, you might have taken it seriously or may have taken it personally and got your feelings hurt. So it's important to just be aware of that. Think about how you come across other people. Think about your own reactions and why you have those reactions. And that may help you to kind of solve some conflicts you may have with others. This 9 of Swords, you're stressed. You're stressed out. You may have some sleepless nights. You may have some anxiety, but you're stressed. And that may be why you're so edgy and why you're taking things so personal and getting your feelings hurt. Or you maybe just be on the defensive because you've got all this pressure on you. And whatever it is that's got you so stressed out is not contributing to your joy. It's not contributing to your happiness. And it's definitely not contributing to positive relationships. So I think one of the things this reading is trying to say is, you may have to use your creativity and your imagination to work around this right here. You may have to think of another way of thinking of things. Sometimes you gotta drop those defenses and just laugh at this, silliness that's going on here, and try not to take it so personal. And then you've got the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is also saying, be careful what you say. And it reminds me of a little song we used to sing in Sunday school about be careful, little mouth, what you say. That's what she's saying, is we need to be mindful of what we say and how we say it. And there's also a decision to be made here. You, believe it or not, you can decide how you're going to react to things. Now, some people may disagree with me, and it may be easier said than done. But if you decide that you're not going to let this bother you, and that you're going to approach it from a let's wait and see what happens, approach it from a playful aspect rather than a oh my god that was so hurtful aspect, you can choose whether you're going to let something hurt you or not. And so it's all in how you decide to interpret it. So it's something to think about for sure. This Queen of Swords might be somebody in your life that is very sharp-witted. She might say whatever comes to her mind and have like zero filter. And rather than letting her stress you out, roll with it. Find some kind of amusement with it. Not making fun of her or anything like that, but find amusement there. Because I think if you can roll with it and, I don't know what your relationship with her is like, but if you can throw back that sassiness that she's got going on, I think you and she will get along a lot better, rather than taking things so personal and get your feelings hurt. That's my take on that one. Again, let me know in the comments if this resonates with you and how it might be applicable to you. If you maybe have a different interpretation of it, let me know. I'm interested. Okay, so we've got this little guy here, our little elephant friend. And so with our little elephant friend, that's our symbol for strength and also for luck and also compassion. So let's see what deck number 3 says. Alright, so we've got the 2 of Wands, we've got Rebirth, and the Tower. So with the 2 of Wands, that has to do with new beginnings. It's like you're stepping through the doorway to something new. This may be starting something over that you've done before, or this may be starting a whole brand new journey and you don't know what lies ahead. You may still be contemplating, do I want to step through this door or not? Do I want to start this journey? You may have to weigh the pros and cons about something, but that's you're about to step through this door and embark on something new. Here it talks about rebirth, answering a call. You may have been avoiding answering a call to whatever it is you were wanting to do. For example, some people feel like teaching is a calling. Some people feel like being a nurse is a calling. Some people feel like, basically whatever it is that you're passionate about is your calling, okay? And so you may have been wrestling with this about following your passion and following your dream. And so you may have some misgivings about it. You may have put that dream on hold, and now you're stepping forward into that dream and trying to make it happen. But in order for you to be successful here, you're gonna have to stop resisting this calling. You're gonna have to emerge from the darkness and put on that new cloak, put on that new robe, however you want to think about it, and step into that new role. And once you let go of those misgivings and just do it, like Nike says, just do it, right? Once you step forward, the path will be made more clear. But keep in mind, when you step into this role, it might challenge some relationships. Now, if, like, for example, if you get a promotion at your job, you may be promoted and be over the people that you used to work with. And so here comes the tower. With the tower, anything that's not on solid ground is not going to last. And so if you did not have good, solid, strong relationships with your coworkers, for example, once you got promoted, those relationships might go bye-bye, or at least the dynamic's going to change. So be prepared for that. And quite frankly, if a relationship is not serving you, if it's not doing you any good, if it's not bringing out the best in you, if it's lowering your vibration, if it's bringing you down, let it go. It's time to let it go. And I know that's easier said than done too, but the way the universe works is the universe keeps sending you lessons and keeps trying to tell you things. And the more you don't listen, the louder those lessons get, and the harder those lessons get, and the more they hurt. But if you just roll with it, if you think about, hey, this is not working out for me, it may be time to let that go and try something different. And that's the main thing I'm getting from there. You've got the strength to get through whatever comes at you. Gotta believe in yourself, and that's the hard part for a lot of us. But I think, persevere, stay with what you know is right, and like I said, the things that are not good for you and that are not serving you are going to fall by the wayside, so that something better can take its place and you can build on that. So that's the main gist I get from that one. Let me know in the comments if this resonates with you, if this is applicable to your situation. I want to know. So that's what we've got for the readings for all 3 decks. Let's look at what the bottom card says, because I feel like the bottom card always has something to say, and that's the Prince of Wands. So the Prince of Wands might be a young person that you know that is very high-spirited and very gung-ho, and a lot of times they do things before they really think about it. It's like take action, ask questions later is this person's philosophy. So just be careful of that one. On the one hand, that could be dangerous if this person just jumps on every single whim that comes across. But on the other hand, that enthusiasm is contagious, and it's also it can also make for a better experience in whatever it is you're doing. If you add some enthusiasm to it, it's like they say, one more time with vigor. If you add that into whatever you're doing, it's gonna make whatever it is you're trying to do go a little easier. That's my take on that one. If you've got questions, comments, concerns, put it in the comments, and I want to hear what you have to say about it. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping in and chatting with me, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.